Good morning, Flagler County, and welcome to Veterans on Point, a WNCF radio show developed in mind for our county's beloved and respected veterans population and anyone else listening via internet or podcast. I'm your host, David Lyden, the Flagler County Veteran Services Officer. And naturally, I'm here with my friend and colleague, Eric Flores. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning, Dave, and good morning to all of our listeners and viewers now in YouTube. And I hope that each one of you, as well as your family, are doing well health-wise and enjoying this great hot weather, humid weather, but I love it. Better than the cold weather, so enjoy the beach, guys.
If you're lucky enough to live in Flagler County, you're lucky enough.
Indeed.
All right, so our League of Loyal listeners. Well, before that, let's remind you that we are, Eric and I are your Flagler County Veteran Services Officers. And we're at 1769 East Moody Boulevard in Bunnell. 386-313-4014 is the phone number. We're there to help you with your VA business, what's that's claims or information about all kinds of things like service-connected disability, pensions, VA pensions, health care, burial benefits, education benefits, so on and so forth. And we also help with other things. So if you need assistance with your VA.gov account, establishing an account so that you can access your health care records or have direct communication with your primary care doctor, or look at your claims and other information, let us know if you need help with that. We can help with that. It is, we understand it is a pain in the backside. So if we can help, we'll do so. And we also help with, retirement issues as well. We can answer questions. We both have long time being in and around the military. So you can lean on us for help with that information.
If you don't need any help, share our phone number with other veterans out there. Share the information that we hear to help you guys out. Just like Dave say, I went to the dentist, dental last week myself, and I happened to my hygienist that she used to be the mayor of Bunnell,
vice mayor.
She told me that her husband is a veteran, retiree, 100%, but she never knew that we were here. And I said, well, myself, I've been here 14 years, so that's that. But it happened.
Right down the street at the vice mayor in Bunnell.
Right.
And,
but I told her that happened.
It's not that we're not trying.
Right.
We got a radio show here on WNZF for almost 8 years. Or maybe it's 8 years by now.
Yeah. So that's what I say. Make sure you share our phone numbers and where we at and with everybody.
Well, unfortunately, we hear that a lot.
Yeah, we do.
Most recently, had people that are down at the VA clinic and they sit for 2.5 hours, waiting to see the veteran service officer down there, and then open a claim down there, and then for some reason, then they find out that we have an office in the county building. So,
and it's not because we don't put the word out, because we do. And even if you Google VSO, I'm pretty sure that Flagler County VSO going to be on the top list.
Well, if people from Sarasota and Fort Lauderdale and
from the West Coast,
Marion County, our name comes up, then I'm sure locally it should be able to come up. So
absolutely.
So as I was mentioning, our legal loyal listeners, of course, Billy Jones is still at the top. He's still listening. Billy, thank you so much.
Good morning, Billy.
Thanks for your friendship and for your feedback always.
Great guy.
And Navy Master Chief Dan, his wife Kay.
Good morning, guys.
We're going to have to follow up with those two folks here pretty soon.
Their anniversary is coming pretty soon.
Next month.
Yeah.
Then we got our Marine pal, Jeff Kingdon. We all know Jeff. Jeff's always still out there helping veterans and leading the charge at different organizations. So thanks, Jeff.
Morning, Jeff. I was going to make a joke the other day about you, but I talked to you about it.
Then we got Talking Tom, Tom Pikarski, and our friend Charlie Hanger and his wife Jenny and Valerie. Valerie, haven't heard from you in a while. Got to check in.
Yes, give us a call.
Let me know what your status is. And we got Dennis and Sharon and Shane and Norman and Howard and his wife Valerie and William and Holly. And we've got Jim and Stephen and James. We got a few Jameses. And we got David and Mrs. Martin. James the Mailmaid. James the Mailmaid's been quiet lately.
Yes.
Well, we've got Bicycle Frank. We've got Bob, and we've got the Gallaghers and Bill. We've got Frankie Sr. and Frankie Jr. And we've got James and Carol Toombs, and we've got Gary McNamara. We got Delmer and Michael and another James and Mr. Holt. And we thank you all for listening. If you're not on our list, let us know. Give us a call, 386-313-4014. Let us know that you are a listener. And if you are getting up there in age and you got those achy, breaky bones and muscles, or even if you're not up there in age, you're a hard-working person and you're out in the yard and you wrench your back, well, you can always find Massage by Natalie and Company. And they're at 386-227-7499 is the phone number. And they are sponsors of the podcast here on WNZF. They're located at 4871 Palm Coast Parkway Northwest, Suite number 1.
Giving them a call.
Massage by Natalie and Company. All right. So, for we've done it for 19 weeks in a row so far, and this is the 20th week. Going to talk about another president. This was his presidency was very short. But the 20th president of the United States, James A. Garfield, led a life marked by resilience, intellect, and tragedy, with facets often overlooked by history. Born in 1831 in a log cabin. How many times have presidents been born in a log cabin? In Ohio, and Garfield's early life was steeped in poverty. His father died when he was 2, leaving his mother to raise 4 children alone. This hardship forged Garfield's determination, propelling him from a canal boat worker to a scholar. He paid for his education at Williams College by working as a janitor and later became a professor of ancient languages, a testament to his self-taught brilliance. By age 26, he was president of the Western Reserve Eclectic Institute, now Hiram College, showcasing his meteoric rise through sheer intellect. Garfield's lesser-known linguistic prowess set him apart. Fluent in Latin and Greek, he could write in both simultaneously, one hand scripting in Latin, the other in Greek. This ambidextrous talent reflected his extraordinary mental agility. He also developed an original proof of the Pythagorean theorem, a rare feat for the politician, published in the New England Journal of Education in 1876. His intellectual curiosity extended to his political life, where he championed education and civil rights, particularly for freed African Americans during his time in Congress. His military service during the Civil War is another underappreciated chapter. As a Union general, Garfield's strategic acumen shone at the Battle of Middle Creek in 1862, where his leadership secured a critical victory, earning him a promotion to brigadier general at age 30. His military success paved the way for his political career, though he remained humble, often crediting his troops. Garfield's presidency, though brief, was marked by bold reform. Elected in 1880, he tackled corruption in the Postal Service, exposing the Star Route scandal, where contractors defrauded the government. His defiance of the powerful stalwart faction, led by Senator Roscoe Conkling, showed his commitment to merit-based governance over patronage. Tragically, his stance may have cost him his life. On July 2nd, 1881, just 4 months into his term, Garfield was shot by Charles Guiteau, a disgruntled office seeker. He lingered for 80 days, dying on September 19th, 1881, from infection exacerbated by poor medical care. Doctors' unsterilized probes likely worsened his condition, a grim irony for a man of science. Garfield's death spurred civil service reform, culminating in the Pendleton Act of 1883, which curtailed the spoils system. His life, though cut short at 49, left a legacy of intellectual rigor and moral courage, with quirks like his ambidextrous writing and geometric proofs adding color to his overlooked story. Well, I learned some more again this week.
Always. But you know what? That makes me, because I talk about the medical care that they have, or he had as a president, I guess it wasn't that good. I mean, not only for him.
No, the last ones too, yeah.
So I'm assuming that, the president before him, it wasn't, like it's not now. It's like now that they have top of the notch.
Medicine is a practice.
It is a practice.
It's always evolving, and it's only as good as your doctors, and only as good as the sterilized equipment.
Yeah.
But imagine being able to write two different languages.
That's amazing.
At the same time.
That's amazing. You have to think about both at the same time. That's amazing. Very smart guy.
So here's a quote from President Garfield, spoken during his political career, and it is, "I am not here to make a reputation. I am here to do my duty." So that's President Garfield, his reflection on his commitment to service over personal ambition. All right, which brings us to that part of the show where I say, drivers, the DAV is seeking volunteer drivers to take veterans from their homes to their VA appointments. Those appointments can be at a VA medical center, at a VA clinic. It could be a community care network appointment set up by the VA, or it can be your VA compensation and pension examination as part of your claim, your VA service-connected disability claim. So you can call the DAV at 386-439-2122 to find out how you can take advantage of that transportation, or how you can volunteer your time as a volunteer driver. You do not need to use your own vehicle for these purposes. The DAV has VA vehicles. You do need to be insurable, and you do need to have a physical by the VA. It's being used all the time. And I think they're saying there are at least 40 trips a month they're doing, 40 different veterans. So
they're busy.
They're busy.
And
so
it's a great service.
Please call 386-439-2122 to find out how to get your name on the list to be a volunteer. And that helps spread the wealth, so that they go down the list and they strike out with a few people who have their own appointments or they're out of town on vacation. Well, they have enough of people on the list that they can find somebody to take a veteran to their appointment. What do you have on your list, Eric, for meetings and
let me
events?
share this one. This is from the Flagler County First Sergeant Burdette Detachment 876 Marine Corps League here. They're having their Marine Corps 250th birthday this year again. And it's going to be on Saturday, November 8th from 1700, 5 o'clock to 2200, 5 to 10 p.m. And this year is going to be at the Hilton Garden Inn in Palm Coast Town Center. It's a pretty good place. I've been there a couple of times. So it's $55 per person in advance. So if you are interested, they're going to have they have a guest of honor. They have a speaker. So it's going to be a pretty good event. If you want a ticket, give their commander, Eddie Todd, a call. Or you can call also Eileen Werner at 386-237-9798. Again, 386-237-9798. You don't have to you don't have to wear your uniform, but if you want to go and you can wear it.
Some people do wear their uniforms.
They look good too. I mean, they look.
That's their 250th anniversary of the United States Marine Corps. That's a big one. That's a real big one. So, if you can't get to the big ball up in Washington D.C., well, you can get to the one right here in Palm Coast. And
they they look good in their uniform. I like to see a 70-year-old, 74-year-old Marine Corps, and in their uniform, they look good.
as long as they don't have a ponytail.
Yes. The American Legion, they're having the 5th annual charity golf tournament, and this is going to be on Saturday, October 4th. At the Palm Harbor Golf Club. So give them a call if you want to go to that event. It's a pretty good event. The registration is 7 a.m. if you don't register now. So you still can register the same date. Again, Saturday, October 4th. And at 9 o'clock, they have their shotgun scramble format. At 1 p.m., they have a lunch that is going to be catered by Loopers as of now. And you can call them at 386-585-5302 if you want to have a good day golfing out there. They have a lot of prize though that day also.
And those proceeds go to helping veterans right here in the county, as well as scholarships for students here. And the American Legion has their 4 pillars that that they pay attention to promote patriotism in the community and much more. So that's what those funds go to help for. And just so it's on your radar, the American Legion is looking to find a way to get its own post. And if there's anybody out there that can, this is anybody that's got an estate that they want to leave to the American Legion, well, the American Legion will accept it. If anybody's got a building out there that's suitable for a post, let the Legion know. You got the phone number. You got that phone number for the Legion again?
Yes, sure. It's 386-585-5302. 386-585-5302.
And so give them a call if you have a way to help the Post 115 get its own building. It's been a long time. They're still in pursuit of it, and it really would help the post become, solidified right here in Bunnell or in Palm Coast, somewhere in the county.
Talking about those funds staying here, BFW 8696, they have a lot of events from Sunday to Friday, from bingo on Thursday to pizza day to men's happy hour, men's day happy hour, and card games, stuff like that. So, and everything that they get from those events stay here. Again, just like Dave said, to help our local veterans here. So if you want to look at their event, look at their website, bfw86.org. You can Google it.
8696.
8696, and they have all the events posted online.
Or you can stop by and take a look around. They've got their calendar there in the building. So a couple weeks ago, talked about this booklet. I don't know if you can see it. Where's my camera here? Right here? Or here? Oh, okay. Mark's got me over here now. So this pamphlet here, it's a benefits guide. It's the Florida Department of Veterans Affairs puts it out. And it's to help veterans here in Florida understand their benefits better. And there is a digital version, and we have some of these copies in our office, but there is a digital version you can find on floridavets.org. But it's filled with information that sometimes I forget what's in here too, Eric.
That's true.
When you go back through, you're like, people ask me about this and over the phone, and here's some of the answers right here that I forgot about. But this magazine's got information. The Florida Attorney General's office has, if you've been scammed, doesn't matter if you're an elderly veteran or any veteran, and you've been scammed, you can contact the Military and Veterans Assistance Program. Report the scam. Try to get your anything that you were scammed out of. Get it back to you, or at least report it. They have information about financial literacy that you can get help with. There's information about Hope Florida, which is there if you are down and out. You need help with financial assistance, finding an apartment or counseling, and so they have that. That website is hopeflorida.com. It lists the county veteran service officers. There's a link so you can find the county veteran service officers. Well, you always want to come to us if you're in Flagler, but if you're elsewhere listening, this booklet's got where you can find other veteran service officers, county veteran service officers, and it's got a list of the Florida State Veterans Homes. So it's got a picture of the map, shows you where all the state veterans nursing homes are. And how to, well, if you want to be employed there, you can apply for a job there. Or if you want to be a resident, you can contact admissions to find out how you can become a resident of one of the state nursing homes. Now, just a side note, if you are a service-connected veteran with a rating of 70% or higher, then you are eligible for a state veterans home residency free of charge. Of course, there is waiting lists. So you do have to check with admissions.
There's a waiting list, but I heard that 70 to 100, they go to the top of the list. I don't know how true is that. If they go,
Well, yeah, I understand they go to the top of the list, with the 100 percentile guys going first, guys or gals.
Right. So it's a pretty good deal.
But you got to ask admissions and find out.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
What else we have in here? They've got information about education benefits as they pertain to the state of Florida. There's things that Florida, extra things that they have that are beyond what the Department of Veterans Affairs does. They talk about one of the things that we deal with a lot is the property tax exemptions, and they go into detail about that as well. But if you have a 10% or greater service-connected disability rating, then you get an extra $5,000 deduction on your assessment of your home for tax exemption purposes. And if you're over 65 and any of your service-connected disabilities can be combat or training for combat related, there is additional benefits, tax deductions off your property as well. They talk about that in here. It's got the statute. So we deal with that one quite a bit. We issue a lot of those letters on a weekly basis.
And we're on top of that. If we do, remember, we're just aware of the one that we do in the office. So if you do claim your own, yourself, we wouldn't know unless you stop by the office. So this pamphlet, this is a pretty good thing, to have right.
So if you're to do it yourselfer and you've done your claim yourself and you qualify for some of these things and you're not coming through us, you may not know about some of these discounts or some of this information. So if you're a listener or a viewer or a neighbor or friend or somebody that's seeing it for the veteran, then tell them about this pamphlet. It talks about if you're, discounts on the driver's license or discount on the fees if you're 100% permanent total service-connected veteran. You don't have to pay for your driver's licenses anymore. You're eligible, if you're 100% disabled veteran in Florida, you're eligible for a Florida Department of Veterans Affairs ID card, which helps with benefits. For instance, if you have the DAV or the DV tag, this disabled veteran tag here in Florida, that tag is also free for one vehicle, one free registration. And one that we like to talk about is if you go to the airport, you fly out of an airport here in Florida, and for up to 90 days, your parking is free.
That is a pretty good deal.
Especially you go out of Orlando and it's $20 a day or whatever it is.
Yes, that could add up to, in my case, that I usually out of here for 2 weeks, that could, add up real quick.
So recently I was up at the Jacksonville airport and I see as you're, where you get your card to go in, it's got a picture of the DV plate and it tells you that you're exempt from fees.
That's good.
It doesn't say up to 90 days. It just leaves it open. But it doesn't. The problem is it doesn't tell you how. Like if there's nobody at the booth, how do you tell them that you don't need to pay? Right when you go out, there's not always somebody at the booth.
Oh, really?
Not in. I don't
in
think
Orlando,
so.
There's somebody there.
Yeah, so maybe there is in Jacksonville. I just didn't notice it.
They're supposed to verify your DV plate. In Orlando, when I stop, I tell them I'm a disabled vet with the DV plate, and she have to
come look at it. Yeah,
come look at it and write it down, and then ask me for the. They don't ask me for the FDVA ID card, but they do ask me for my driver license.
Okay.
So I guess they match the driver license number with the plate.
You're also talks about your Florida State Park discounts. Actually got a call about that this morning. Somebody was asking about that. You have hunting and fishing discounts as well. So if you're a military member, active or retired member of the U.S. Armed Forces, then you're available for a reduced fee of $20 for any Florida resident on your hunting and fishing license. If you're 100%, you can get a free license. They're good for up to 5 years. I guess you renew it. And we just got our 2-minute warning, so let's see a couple more things in here that's in this booklet. Florida Careers, Florida Department of Veterans Affairs works hand in hand with Career Source, And there's things, there's the Florida Veterans to Teachers. It talks about that in this booklet. If you need help with USERRA, that's the Uniform Service Employment Reemployment Act. That if you're, have an employer that you're a guardsman or reservist and you're getting a hard time about your duty, you need some help with that. It's got the points of contact for that. It's got information about business license fee waivers. It's got information about health license fee waivers. And it's got information about veterans preference in Florida. So all these points of contact that are in this booklet. It's got points of contact for legal aid. That's one I always forget about. That's in here. We usually refer people up to the legal aid at the Jacksonville Clinic. But there are other places too. So, by pulling this magazine out or this little booklet and looking at it again for today's program, it helps me too to remember what's in here.
It is a pretty good pamphlet or booklet, and I suggest you to come and get a copy or go online and put them on your desktop, because you can go back to it and look for a lot of information that I'm pretty sure it will come back to you. I'm pretty sure you're going to be looking for something that is right here at some point.
All right. Well, that's our Florida Veterans Benefits Guide for 2025. This has been the Veterans on Point with David and Eric here on WNZF. So we come down to the end of our program. I got to remind you folks that no country, no state, no community does more for veterans than the United States of America, the great and free state of Florida, the wonderful Flagler County, the lovely city of Palm Coast, and all of our beautiful beach cities. I ask you to be a victor, not a victim, to be educated, not indoctrinated, and most importantly, be kind to someone today or many someones. And we thank you for listening. Eric, any final thoughts today?
Yeah, going back to the pamphlet real quick, I think, free state of Florida, if it's not the most generous state in the nation, veterans friendly, with the most benefits, is at the top of the list.
I think so. I've got some new people that have been down here, new veterans, and they are very happy, even with the VA clinics. They said it's unbelievable how well they get treated. The people are, the workers at the clinics are kind and decent and respectful, and the care is great. So we're fortunate. We're fortunate here in Florida.
Well, guys, good to see you. I hope that you see our program, and I hope that you have a great weekend. We'll see you next one.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ring air, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land